All right, start some yoga. My phone is silenced. And we'll do some daily poses. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay, here we go. Daily poses. Let's come onto our backs. Maybe give a big stretch. Oh. And then exhale. Let all the air out of the lungs. Give an inhale. And an exhale. Soften the shoulders. Let the head be heavy. Arms and legs heavy. Begin to breathe in and out through the nose, Ujjayi breath. And this week we're focusing on feet. Focusing on the feet helps us stay grounded. The feet are the base, the foundation of each pose. We just don't give our feet enough credit. They do a lot. They're kind of little miracles within themselves for how small they are, yet they're holding our entire bodies. So this week we're saluting and honoring the feet. Speaking of, place one foot on the earth and then the other. And bring the knees into the chest and squeeze. And rock side to side. Good, then place your feet on the mat. Excuse me, arms along the side of the body, pelvic tilts. Press the lower back down. And then lift it away. Press the lower back down. And lift it away. Continuing on like that. Warming up the lower back. Good. And now let's do pelvic tilts the other direction to work, get into our SI joint. So you're going to place your fingertips on your hip bones. And then you're going to let your right hip come down. And then your left hip. And continue on like that. Right and left. So you're rocking, if your pelvis was a clock, you're rocking to 3 and 9. 3 and 9. And your pelvis always remains, your hips always remain in contact with the mat. And then even it out, come back to center and go back to 6 and 12. Regular pelvic tilts. Pressing the lower back into the mat, maybe squeezing the belly button to the spine when you press the lower back into the mat. Good. All right. And then both feet on the mat, neutral spine. Let's bring the right leg straight up. Let's interlace the hands behind the right leg and stretch the back of the leg. You don't need to force it. You don't want to be shaking. Just bring it to the point where you feel the stretch. And then if you want to put more effort into it, you can reach your heel up to the sky while the top of the leg presses into the mat. Keep the head heavy. Then bend and straighten the knee 3 times. Move your ankle around. both directions. Crunch and open the toes. Good. And then place your hand behind your knee and draw your knee toward your shoulder. We're doing kind of a half happy baby here. You can keep your hand here, or you can place your hand on your foot like a happy baby. And just breathe here, letting the hip open up. Good. And then release that foot onto the ground and bring the left leg straight up. Interlace your hands behind your left leg. Again, not going to a point where it's shaking. You don't want to force it. Only going to the point where you feel the stretch. And then again, if you want more effort, you can press your heel up toward the earth while the top of the leg presses into the mat. Keep your head heavy, your jaw soft. Breathing. Good. Then bend and straighten the knee 3 times, lubricating the knee joint. And then move the ankle in circles in both directions. And then crunch and open the toes. Good. And then place your hand behind your knee. Draw your knee toward your shoulder like a half happy baby. You can keep your hand behind your knee, or you can grab your foot like happy baby. And just feel the hip opening up here. Breathe. Relax the neck. Relax the shoulders. Good. Place that foot back down on the mat. Bring the knees into the chest. Make circles with the knees together. I like to have my hands on my knees. You don't have to do that. Reverse the direction of those circles. Then let the knees make their own circles. The hip joint should be already open a little bit. Maybe that gives you a little bit more room to do this. Reverse the direction in those individual circles. Lots of strange pops happening on my side here. And then place both feet on the mat. Good. Now the legs and the hips are somewhat open. Let's move into some core exercises. So press the lower back into the mat. And then lift the right foot up. And then down. Left foot up. And down. Just waking up the core here. Right. Left. Right. And left. Good. Then bring the knees to 90 degrees above the hips. Press your lower back into the mat. Let the right leg come down. And then back up. And then the left. Keep the knee bent at 90 degrees. Right. And left. Only letting the foot go down as far as you can. Keep your lower back on the mat. Right. And left. Now keep the knees at 90 degrees. Bring your arms above your head, resting on the ground. I lied. Bring them up, like legs up the wall, but they're your arms. Now we're going to do alternate legs and arms. So as your right arm comes down against the floor, your left leg moves straight and down. And then bring the knee back up, bring the arm back up. And then left arm comes to the floor as the right leg comes to the floor, straightening it. And then bring the knee back, bring the leg back up, that knee. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do that. Now focus on keeping your lower back against the mat. Right arm, left leg. Come back up. Left arm, right leg. Continue doing that. Really focus on keeping your lower back against the mat. Alternating right and left, right and left. Of course, opposite leg, opposite arm. Good. Keep the lower back to the mat. Do 2 more on each side. 1 more on each side. Good. And then stretch out the arms, stretch out the legs. Good. And then bring the knees into the chest, rock and roll up to seated, and let's find child's pose. Forehead on the mat, soften the shoulders. Breathe. Good. Then walk the hands back to tabletop. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Try to pretend like you're trying to bring your tailbone toward your nose. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. So I'm always saying squeeze the belly button into the spine with cat. But when you move into cow, keep your belly engaged as well. Don't let the belly, yes, the belly is dropping. Go keep doing your cat-cow, but try not to let the belly go. Keep your core engaged. Keep lifting the lower belly as you do it. Continue on with your cat-cow. Make sure your fingers are wide. You could draw them with a pencil, tracing them if you wanted. If your fingers are close together, you can't do that. Next time you do cat, after that, come back to a neutral spine. And then let's find high plank. And then down dog. And let's pedal out the legs a bit here. Good. Wide fingers. Bend the knees a bit and draw your heart towards your legs. Then let your heels drop down till they stop. Release the neck. So there might still be a bend in your knees. That's okay. Let your hips reach up as your heels reach down. Relax the neck. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step forward and wide for ragdoll. Bring hands to opposite elbows. Let the torso hang. Release the neck. Weight is in the ball of the feet. Lift the hips up so you feel a stretch in the back of the legs, while at the same time, let the head pull on the spine like a wrecking ball. Rock side to side a little bit like an elephant trunk if that feels good. Then release the hands to the mat. Heel toe the feet, big toes to touch. Engage the core and lift up a bit so you can let your arms swing. Lubricating the shoulder joints. And then reverse the direction. And then slowly work your way up to standing. Yes, maybe roll the shoulders a few times. All right. Then roll the shoulders back and let your palms shine forward. Feel your feet connected to the earth. All 10 toes, the ball of the big toe, the ball of the pinky toe, and the 2 corners of the heels. Belly lifted, ribs together. Find something to focus on with your eyes. Then inhale the arms up to the sky, mountain pose. Look up, cactus the arms, open the heart. Look forward, bring the arms up to the sky, mountain pose. Right hand to left wrist, be tall, hinge to the right. And breathe here, both feet planted. Maybe looking up at the elbow, feel the left side of the body opening up. Keep the left foot planted. In fact, maybe push your left foot into the earth, get a little bit taller and pull with the right hand to go a little bit deeper. Inhale to center, switch it out. Be tall and hinge to the left. Shoulders soft and breathe. Feeling the right side opening up, maybe looking up at the elbow. Keep the belly lifted. Maybe press the right foot into the earth, get a little bit taller, pull the left hand on the right and go a little bit deeper. Inhale back to center. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Draw the fist down, open the heart, look up, maybe kiss the ceiling. That's so pucker toward the ceiling. That's some face yoga. And then forward fold, keeping the interlaced fingers, letting the interlaced fingers fall forward. Maybe reach them up to the sky and then let them fall forward a little bit more. Release the hands to the mat. Forward fold. Feel your feet connected to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw your shoulder blades down the back, your hands on your shins or your thighs. Look straight down, belly lifted. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms up to the sky, mountain pose. Pause here in this mountain pose. Mountain pose is one of the poses they say to do every day. So feel your feet connected. Squeeze the armpits, lift the lower belly. Soften the neck, soften the jaw. Look up, cactus the arms, open the heart, lift out of the lower back. Look forward, bring the arms to the sky, mountain pose. This time let your right hand slide down as your left arm reaches over. Reach from the elbow. If you want to let your head hang, getting a stretch in the left side of the neck, you can. Try to feel space increasing between the hip and the rib. Feel the ribs expanding. Squeeze your core. Inhale back up to the sky, mountain pose. Let the left arm slide down as the right arm reaches over. Keep your shoulders soft. Good. And then maybe let your head hang. Left ear toward the left shoulder. Reach from your right elbow. Keep both feet planted. Keep the belly lifted. Try to feel space increasing between the hips and the ribs. Between the ribs. Inhale back up to center. Interlace the hands behind the back the awkward way. Draw the fist down, open the heart. Maybe jut the bottom jaw in front of the top jaw this time. And then forward fold. Forward fold. Interlaced fingers are still happening. Reach the fist up to the sky and then let the fist fall forward a bit. Release the hands to the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, forward fold. Step the left foot back for low lunge. Straighten the right leg. Round the back, drawing the nose toward the knee. And just hold here for a nice stretch. Hopefully it's a nice stretch in the back of the leg. Then bend the knee, let your hips sag toward the mat, and lift your heart up and forward. Feeling a stretch in the front of the left hip. Moving into crescent, adjust the back foot so that you're on the ball of the foot. Inhale up to crescent. Your feet are on railroad tracks. Press the right heel into the mat and then squish the mat between your feet. Your ribs are forward, arms to the sky. So from the torso up, from the waist up, you're in mountain pose. Soften the shoulders, squeeze the armpits. Look to the right. Open arm twist to the right. Keep the twist. Step the back foot forward for chair pose in a twist. Chair pose legs, twisting to the right. Pull the left hip back. Look forward. Chair pose, arms to the sky. Weight is in the heels. Soften the shoulders. All right, something we haven't done in a while, airplane arms in a chair. So bring the arms back. Bring your torso more parallel to the earth. Roll the shoulders back, palms down, belly lifted. Put all the weight in the right foot. Lift the left leg back, airplane, full airplane. Step back to warrior one. Just a little bit more fun transition there. So the back foot is flat and pointing out 45 degrees. Lift the arch. Remember, we're focusing on the feet. Right foot is planted. Draw the hips forward as much as you can. Square forward. Make sure your ribs are forward, arms to the sky. Soften the shoulders. If there's any pose that's going to make you feel your feet, be aware of your feet. It's this pose. Breathe. Good. We're going to do an eagle arm humble warrior. So bring your left arm down, cross the right arm on top, and then either bring hands to opposite shoulders or wrap around, bringing the palms toward each other. Lift the elbows up, look at the sky. Keep your back foot planted as you fold. Bringing the shoulder inside the knee. Breathe here. Keep the arch lifted in the back foot. Try not to have all the weight in the front foot. Unwind the arms. Hands frame the right foot. Round the back, drawing your nose toward your knee. Your nose can't touch your knee. Try to bend your knee a bit to get there. If you have a really big chest, you might not be able to do it, period. That's fine. If maybe straighten your knee just a smidge to deepen it. Good. And then step the back foot forward. You're in forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands on the shins or on the thighs. Try not to have them on the knees. Draw your shoulder blades down the back. Lift the belly. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right foot back, low lunge. Straighten the front leg, round the back, drawing the nose toward the knee. Hold here. Good. Bend the knee, let the hips sag, open the heart forward. Lift the chin. Trying to feel a stretch in the front of the right hip. Good, then prepare for crescent, adjust the back foot so you're on the ball of the foot. Press the left heel into the mat. Inhale, come up into crescent. Your feet are on railroad tracks. Squish the mat between your feet. Bring your arms to the sky. Again, from the waist up, it's like mountain pose. Twirl the pinkies in, squeeze the armpits. Breathe. Look to the left, find your balance, keep squishing the mat. Open arm twist to the left. Keep the twist. Step the back foot forward to find chair pose with a twist. Keep pulling your hips, your right hips back, your right hip back, because you only have one right hip. Okay, keep the chair, but bring the arms to the sky. chair pose, weight is in the heels. Reach the hips back, lift the belly. Airplane arms, bring the arms back, palms down. Roll the shoulders back, draw the pinkies toward each other. Weight is in the left foot. Bring the right leg back for full airplane. Breathe. Then step back to find warrior one. Find your feet. Right foot is pointing out in 45 degrees. Bring the arms to the sky, twirl the pinkies in. Now remember, try not to collapse into the arch of the back foot. Make sure the ribs are forward. Squeeze the armpits. Again, from the waist up, it's mountain pose. Breathe. Moving into our eagle-armed humble warrior. Right arm comes down. Left arm comes down. Either bring hands to opposite shoulders or wrap the arms around. Lift the elbows up, look up. And then humble warrior. Folding, keep the back foot anchored, while at the same time lifting the arch of the back foot. Shoulders toward the left knee, breathe. Unwind the hands, frame the left foot. Round the back, drawing the nose toward the knee. Trying to touch your nose to the knee if you can. Bend the knee some more if you need to. Breathe. If you have a big chest in the way, you may not be able to bring your nose to your knee. Maybe straighten the knee just a smidge and go a little bit deeper. Keep the back foot planted. Good. Now pay attention, plant the hands, step the feet back. Find high plank. Ooh. And let's come down to forearm plank. Now remember, you don't have to do anything I tell you to do. You don't want to do forearm plank, you don't have to. You want to keep your knees down in forearm plank, you can. Look straight down, squeeze the belly. The only thing you have to do that I cue you to do is breathe. Good, now, we're gonna go to a side forearm plank, a side plank. So you're gonna keep your left hand down, bring the right arm up to the sky. Stack the hips, breathe. Good. And then come down, forearm plank, breathe. Squeeze the core, look straight down, drawing the hip bones toward the ribs. Squeezing the belly button to the spine. Keep going. All right, we're gonna move into forearm side plank on the other side. Keep the right arm, the other side down. I can't remember what I told you. Switch it out. In the other direction, rainbow the hips up to the sky. And then come down. Forearm plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees, come down to child's pose. Let that all go. Soften the shoulders, relax the neck. Maybe bring the palms together. Walk the elbows forward. Bend the elbows. Bringing the thumbs to the back of the neck. Anchor the elbows, pull the hips back. You're not feeling a big enough stretch in the backs of the arms, walk your elbows forward again, anchor them and pull. Breathe. And then when you're ready, get a drink of water. Good. And then if you have a block, grab a block. If you have a block, grab a block and place it toward the front of your mat. I need to move this out of the way. I need to move this out of the way. Okay. Down dog. Wide fingers. Breathe. Bend your knees a bit and draw your heart towards your legs. There you go. Nice straight back. That's awesome. Inhale, look forward. Using the right foot first. Step forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Lift the belly. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit of a stretch in the back of the legs here. If you're not, bring your hands down a little bit more, but avoid the knee. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, we are moving into tree. Find your feet. Maybe lift your toes, spread them wide, and place them back down. Feel the heels. Belly engaged. Good. Find your drishti, the point of focus of your eyes. Right foot stays down, left foot comes up into tree. Just try not to hook your heel on your knee. You know, that's a nice place to just hook it and rest it. Instead, you want to push your foot into your legs, so you don't want to push against the knee. You haven't brought your arms to the sky already, maybe bring your arms to the sky. Belly lifted, breathing. Good. Now try to keep your arms in the air. Bring your left knee up, standing one leg. Nice work, you guys. Look to the left, find your balance first. Then open arm, twist to the left. Good. Now we're going to just swing our leg back to find warrior two. Nice work, you guys. Now remember, feet are the foundation. So the right foot is pointing straight forward, not out to one side or the other. And the back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. So the front foot and the back foot are making a T. Make sure your knees in the center of your foot or toward the pinky toe. You don't want it going toward the big toe. I mean, you can move it toward the big toe and see how it tweaks out and is awkward. You want to keep everything in alignment there. Soften the shoulders. Feel your feet glued to the earth. Good. Straighten the front leg. Bring the arms to the sky. Keep the back foot planted, both feet planted. Bend the knee, arms come parallel. Straighten the front leg. Bring the arms to the sky. Bend the knee, arms come parallel. Good. Straighten the front leg. Bring the arms to the sky. Turn the right foot forward. We're preparing for a wide leg forward fold. Inhale, puff up the heart. Exhale, fold. Now as you're folding, your weight moves into your heels. Release the hands to the mat and let the weight move toward the toes. So there's little to no weight in your heels. Bend the knees if you need to. And you'll notice as you draw your heart between your legs, if your knees just want to bend, let them. Inner thighs roll back. Release the neck. If you want. Some people like to look down at the floor. That's fine too. Let something go. Then place your hands underneath your face and straighten your arms, like a halfway lift. Walk your hands over to your right. Bend the right knee as much as you can. I'm sorry, bend the left. You're walking your hands to the left. Bending your left knee, your right leg is straight. Boy, words are hard today. Good, then come back to center. Bend the right knee for reals this time as much as you can. Left leg is straight. Now we haven't done this in a while, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that 2 more times. 1 breath to 1 movement. So inhale to center, exhale to the left. Inhale to center, exhale to the right. Inhale to center, exhale to the left. Inhale to center, exhale to the right. Good. And then come back to center. Find your wide leg forward fold. Make sure your toes are pointing forward and the weight is in the ball of the feet. Here we go. Arms parallel or hands to the hips. Inhale, come up. Turn the right foot forward, preparing for triangle. Let your left hip sass back as you reach to the right, reach, and then just bring your arms to 6 and 12. Try to keep pulling your left ribs in. Try not to let them bow out. Keep some softness in your right knee. Good. Now we're going to play with half moon if you want. So bring your left hand to the hip. Look down. If you don't want to do this, you can stay in triangle. Step the back foot forward. Place your right hand on the block or on the floor or let it float in space. Bring the left leg up. You can let it float in space and kind of imagine it resting on something. Bring the left arm to the sky if you want. Flex the right foot. Lift it a bit, lift the leg a bit more. Now, maybe slowly moving your eye first and then your head, look up at your hand. Whee! Step back into warrior 2. Nice work, you guys. Good. Find warrior 2. So if you're in triangle, you come back up and find warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior, keep the knee bent. Windmill down to a low lunge. Step the front foot back, high plank. Lower all the way down onto your belly, preparing for half cobra. Hands next to the ribs. Roll the shoulders away from the mat and down the back. Squeeze your core. Inhale, lift the torso. There's little or no weight in the hands. You can even lift your hands off the mat. Press the tops of the feet into the earth. Come down. Press back into child's pose for a moment. Let something go. Give your body a reset. That was a lot of movement there, except for the tree part. Okay. And then we'll meet in down dog again. Meet in down dog. Bend the knees a bit, draw your heart toward your thighs. Good. Inhale, look forward. Using the left foot first. You take as many steps as you want. Step forward to forward fold. Find your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms up to the sky, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right. Find your drishti. Feel all 10 toes, the big toe, ball of the foot, the pinky toe, ball of the foot, the corners of the heels. Find your drishti. Left foot stays down. Right foot comes up to tree. Be a kickstand with your ball of the foot on the floor. The inner calf or the inner thigh, but not the knee. Press the foot into the leg into foot, being tall. Find your drishti. Maybe grow your branches. If you've grown your branches, think again about how the waist up is mountain pose again. Twirl the pinkies in, squeeze the armpits in, breathe. Being as tall as you can. Bring your hands, keep your arms up if you can. Bring the right knee up, standing one leg, flex the foot toward the sky. Look to the right, find your balance. Open arm twist to the right, and then step back to warrior two. Nice, you guys. Finding your feet. Check the feet. Foundation first, remember? So the front foot is pointing straight forward. The knees in the center of the foot. The back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Your feet are making a letter T. Soften the shoulders. Lift the belly. Good. Now, feet are glued into place. Straighten the front leg. Bring the arms to the sky. Bend the knee, arms come parallel. Straighten the front leg, arms to the sky. Bend the knee, arms come parallel. Straighten the front leg, arms to the sky. Bend the knee, arms come parallel. Straighten the front leg, arms to the sky. Turn the left foot forward so the feet are parallel. Arms parallel, puff up the heart. And fold. Releasing the hands to the mat. Drawing the heart between the legs. Weight is in the ball of the feet, remember? Little to no weight in the heels. Inner thighs rolling back. Breathe. Good. Good, then come to a halfway lift. Keep the left hand down. Bring the right arm up into a twist. Bring the right hand down. Bring the left arm up into a twist. Bring the hand down. Arms parallel or hands to the hips. Inhale, come up. Turn the left foot forward. We're moving into triangle. Let your hips sass back. Reach to the left until you have to stop. Then just move your arms to 6 and 12. Trying to keep the right ribs tucked in. Try not to let them bow out. Keep some softness in your left knee. Maybe look up at the hand. Maybe look down at the big toe. You can also just let your head hang and get a stretch on the side of the neck. Should have said that on the other side. Good. Now, you can stay here or play with half moon. Place the right hand on your hip. Look down. Step the back foot forward. Place your left hand on the block or on a floor, or you can let it float in space on an imaginary block. Lift the back leg, flex the foot. Maybe bring the right arm to the sky. Lift the leg just a bit more. Let your eyes move first and then let your head catch up as you slowly work your way to looking up at your hand. Breathe. Step back to warrior two. Nice work, you guys. Everybody meeting in warrior two. Whew, nice work. Inhale, reverse warrior. Bringing the left arm to the sky. Windmill down, low lunge. Step the front foot back. High plank. Lower all the way down onto your belly. We're going to do a half locust because I think it sounds yummy. So interlace your hands behind your back. Draw your fist towards your feet. Then lift your torso. Lift your arms. Draw your fist towards your feet again. Lift your legs if it's comfortable. Breathe. Breathe. And then come down. Place your palms on the mat. Push back into child's pose. Breathe. Let everything go for a minute. If you want to get a quick drink of water, now's a good time. All right. And then we will meet in down dog. So I'm going to move us into half pigeon. If you'd rather do figure 4 on your back, please do that. Do figure 4 on the back. So here we go. Right leg up to the sky. Half pigeon. Right knee to right wrist. Scoot the left leg back. I don't say it very often. Make sure your toes are pointing straight back, that your foot isn't sickling. Open up the heart. And then move into your half pigeon. Try to rest your forehead on something, the block, the floor, maybe stacked forearms, stacked fists. Maybe scissor the legs toward each other. And notice if your hips square up, that's where you want to keep them. Breathe. Try to surrender here. Good. Surrender a little bit deeper. Maybe scoot the left leg back. If you're on figure 4, maybe rock toward your foundation knee, if that makes sense. So if you have your right foot up, you're rocking to the left. Breathe. And then come up onto the hands. Flip the back toe, lift the back knee. If you're in half pigeon, bring your leg up to the sky. So you're in down dog now if you want. And open up the hip. So you're letting your leg fall to the left. Keep your right hand grounded. Breathe. Try to play with the angle. Finding that stretch in the front of the hip. And then down dog. Down dog. Bring the left leg up to the sky. Half pigeon, left knee to left wrist. Scoot the right leg back. Make sure your foot isn't sickling, making sure it's pointing straight. Open up the heart. Find your half pigeon. Scissor the legs toward each other. Notice if your hips square up, that's where you want to keep them. Let your forehead relax on something, if you can. A block, the floor, your stacked forearms, your stacked fists. You want to surrender here as much as you can. And breathe. Soften and surrender. Good, then maybe go a little bit deeper. Maybe scoot your right leg back a bit. Maybe draw your heart toward the ground a bit more. And come up onto the hands. Flip the back toe, lift the back knee. Bring the left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and open the hip, letting the leg fall. Feeling a stretch in the front of the left hip. Keep your left hand planted. Breathe. And then down dog. Last down dog. Wide fingers. Knees bent a bit, drawing your heart towards your legs. Relax the neck. Then hinge forward. Slowly lower down onto your belly. We're moving into a full locust. Spider tip the fingers. Bring the arms out to a T. Spider tip the fingers. Roll the shoulders back. Squeeze the core. Inhale, lift the torso. Lift the arms, soften the shoulders, lift the legs, breathe. And then come down, palms to the mat. Push yourself back into child's pose. Let your forehead relax on the mat. Maybe have your knees closer together. Then walk back to seated on the knees. Let the hips come to one side. Let the legs come long in front. Preparing for a forward fold. Move the flesh out from the sit bones. Inhale the arms up and fold, drawing your heart towards your toes. Breathe. Good. Then walk the hands back. Arms long in front. Slowly lower down onto your back. Bring the knees into the chest and squeeze. Rock side to side. Feet to the mat, preparing for bridge. Arms along the side of the body. All 10 toes on the mat. Your feet are important here. All 4 corners of the feet. Press the lower back into the mat. Lift the hips. Keep the rib cage on the mat. Lift the rib cage. Now you can stay right here. All 10 toes are on the mat. If you want to lift the shoulder blades off the mat, bend the elbows, press the upper arms into the mat, or interlace the hands behind the body. Activate the inner thighs. Don't let your knees fall out to the sides. Activate your inner thighs. All 10 toes on the mat. Press the feet into the mat. Draw them toward the shoulders. Lift the pubic bone, and then come down. Move into happy baby. This is a really nice stretch after bridge. Flatten the lower back to the mat. Try to flatten the whole spine onto the mat. If you want to rock side to side, you can. Maybe put peace fingers around your big toe, straighten the legs, and let the legs come out to a V. And rock side to side. This is just a little bit of a different sensation. It's kind of nice. If you did that, come back to happy baby. Soften the shoulders. Good. Bring the knees into the chest. We have one more spinal twist to do. Right knee stays in, left leg comes long, spinal twist. Letting the knee come to the left. Look to the right, arms are teed out. Breathe. Good. Come back to center. Bring both knees into the chest and squeeze. Interlace the fingers on top of the left shin. Right leg is long. Well, that's wind removing pose. I'm sorry. Bring the knee across. Spinal twist. There's leaf blowers outside. You guys probably can't hear them, but I can. I got distracted. So your left knee is falling to the right. You're looking to the left. Breathe. Good. Bring the knee back to center. Bring both knees into the chest again. Squeeze. And find one more happy baby. Ironing the spine onto the mat. Good. Let the head be heavy. Let the shoulders be soft. And bring the knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around. Give yourself a hug. And then we're going to move directly into Savasana today. If you would like to spend Savasana and legs up the wall, you can. I apparently had way too much fun today, so we're moving into Savasana. Get drinks of water, pillows, blankets, eye pillows, bolsters, whatever it is that you need to really surrender into your savasana. Good. And then let the head be heavy. You need to rock your head side to side to release the neck so the head can be heavy. Do it. Relax the jaw, the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Let your collarbones widen so your shoulders can melt down to the mat and the arms melt down onto the floor. The whole upper torso relax and melt. The lower back softens and the hips melt. Your legs melt. Hands and feet melt. Fingers and toes soften, curling into whatever feels natural. Letting the whole body be heavy. You surrender, surrender. Belly soft. Surrender, surrender. We've got a 2-minute savasana here. I'll bring you out when the time comes. Surrender, surrender. Keeping the eyes closed. Gently begin to bring your awareness back into the room. Noticing any sounds in the room. Feeling the air in the room. Keeping the eyes closed. Gently begin to bring your awareness back to the body. Feeling the earth beneath you, the clothing on your skin. And then gently begin to wake up the body. Wiggling fingers, wiggling toes. Rocking the head side to side. When you're ready, bring your arms above your head and give yourself a nice, good morning stretch. Feeling how long and open the body is. And then place one foot on the earth. And then the other. And roll to one side, using your arm as a cushion for your head. And then gently push yourself up to a seated position. And we'll take a couple breaths together. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Another inhale. Exhale. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you find joy. May you find peace. May you feel safe. May you be free from suffering. Namaste.